because together goes further.
Wow. I love this video. Together we go further, right? And we talk about experience the world and creating amazing memories. We always think about our friends and loved ones that people want to share those memories with and create those memories with. So I'm really excited, really excited today to be sharing with you an amazing platform that literally changed my life in just a few years, from being completely time broke to now the time and the financial freedom to go around and travel the world and creating amazing memories with my family, my two little daughters, and friends around me. But today, it's not me speaking. I'm only your host. I want to really introduce you to an amazing speaker today. So let me pull up that slide. And Darryl Tan, he's an amazing individual. I met him. He's a young gentleman who is really talented. He's a banker. He was born in the UK, grew up in Singapore and UK, spent 1 year studying Mandarin in China, actually graduated with a master's degree in engineering from Princeton University and also a master of a computer engineering degree. So currently he's working in a major bank for more than 9 years now in private banking and wealth management and sales. And he's also not only working in the corporate world, but he's also an entrepreneur at heart. So he owns 2 restaurants in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, and also a beauty company in Singapore. So he's really a serial entrepreneur. He's doing really well. He won the Award of Honor during his national force in Singapore, and also he loves to travel around the world. He's going to share with you some amazing story of his travel in the last couple of years as well. So I want you to help me to really give a big round of applause to Darryl Time. Hello, Darryl. Can everybody hear him?
Hi everyone.
Good, we can hear you now. Fantastic. It's already
Okay.
on. The stage is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Millie, and I'll speak to you later. All right.
You
So,
betcha.
okay, so thank you, Millie, for sharing with us a wonderful introduction of what this platform is about. But I would like to start first by sharing with you like how exactly did I hear about this, and it's pretty much about over 2 years ago when I was planning my wedding photo shoot. And if you can see in front of you, that is the beautiful Santorini in Greece. And pretty much about 2 years ago, my wife and I were planning on doing our wedding photo shoot. So that back 2 years, I was actually spending quite a lot because we had just bought our condo then, and basically I was saving up for my wedding. So as we were flipping through the wedding magazines, my wife stumbled upon Santorini, and I could just see the sparkle in her eyes, and I knew that I have to bring her there. Happy wife is a happy life, so I have to bring her there. So basically we started researching online and checking what are the exactly best places or best prices we can get this trip for. Now, I not only had to fly myself and my wife, I also had to fly my photographer and my makeup artist. So for flights and hotels, the trip was supposed to cost about $10,000 Singapore dollars. Okay, so of course you convert that to ringgit, that'll be 30,000, and for Australian dollars around there as well with today's exchange rate. So, but basically, my uncle shared with me this platform which we are about to share, and we are so excited to share with you today, that helped me save a lot of money. So instead of $10,000, the whole trip became $4,000. So that was about a massive savings of 50%, over 50%. And ever since I got on board, I've done about 14 holidays over the past 2 years. Don't ask me how did I get so much leave while working in the bank. We have our ways to make more leave, but basically it's an amazing platform. Okay, so this is me and my wife over at Greece. And basically, what does this "you should be here" mean? I mean, basically, this is basically one of our company slogans. And pretty much when we go somewhere exciting, somewhere that's fun, we're just basically telling our friends that, hey, you should be here. This place is awesome, okay? So what are the top 10 things that you like to do in your life? I mean, did you know that travel is definitely one of them? I mean, we all know travel is one of them. In fact, when you look at Facebook and Instagram, the top posted thing is travel. And do you know what's the second thing? The second thing is actually food. And the third thing, surprisingly, is cats. Now, I'm a dog person, but really it's cats. I also don't know why. But travel is one thing that is very common. See the world, see the 7 wonders of the world. I mean, some of my friends who never really could afford to travel so much in the past, they were pretty much just wondering 7 times a day when they could visit the 7 wonders of the world. But why do most people don't travel? Now, there are a few reasons. Some have time but no money. These would be like your recent graduates. Some have money but no time. This would be like your doctors, lawyers, and bankers, and of course your business owners as well. But most people, you'd be surprised that most people, especially here in Singapore, have no money and no time because they're constantly working and they're constantly paying their bills, like their house, their car, or their wife, or whatnot, right? So there's constantly bills to pay. So basically, our platform could potentially give you money and time. Now, how is that possible? I will be sharing with you this on two parts. I'll be talking about the product first, followed by the business. Now, of course, the business is entirely optional. I mean, we have many people who love the platform without even doing the business. But if this business could potentially give you more fun, freedom, and fulfillment in your life, why not? To me, I call this the perfect passive income. Why do I say that? I mean, when we look at travel in the sense, right, our product is travel, and CNN calls travel the market constant. When people are happy, they travel. When people are sad, they say, I need a holiday. When people just got their bonus, they say, let's go on a holiday. When people just got fired from the job, they will also say, I also need a holiday. So we know that travel is something that is very, very big. Now, exactly how big is it? Now, we use three industries to compare how travel is, how big travel is. Now, the coffee industry is about 100 billion per annum. Now, Starbucks takes about 8 billion, 8% per annum. The nutrition industry is about 226 billion, and travel is 7 trillion. Now, travel being 7 trillion, it's humongous. So of course, if you talk about doing a business, and of course, if you are into numbers, right, you know that the probability of success is very, very high. Now, how is it possible that you can basically do a business in travel without buying your own airline company or your own hotel? I mean, we have a way where you can actually enter this at a much lower way. Now, if I'm sure most of you have heard of Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki is the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. And of course, I got a chance to meet him in person as well. And he has seen many business, and he actually came to our company event as well. Of course, I'm not going to share too much about that, but basically he really likes our platform, right? So if someone like him can see the vision in our company, I'm sure there is something big about our company. Now, our company basically is an Ernst & Young's Entrepreneur of the Year back in 2010. Now, you see the guy on the left, that's Wayne Nugent, the co-founder and chief visionary officer, and on the right, Mike Asway, the other co-founder. And basically, we have met them a couple of times. They come to Singapore a couple of times as well, of course, during our training events as well. Our company is basically 10 years old now. And it's pretty amazing because, we have gone through at least one financial crisis back in 2007, 2008. So we are strong. We are financially strong, and basically our executive team is intact. So where did we all start from? Of course, our HQ is over in Plano, Texas. The whole building belongs to us. We have over 500 employees working there. We have another HQ here in Singapore. Of course, you can see Millie over there right in the middle as well. We have a beautiful office. It's 5,000 square foot. I mean, this is our training center. Now I'll share more about how many countries we are open in later on. But let me dive straight into our product. Now, our product is broken into two parts. Okay, so most of you, when you buy your airline ticket or your hotel, naturally we would go to Expedia, Agoda, Travelocity, or Skyscanner or Travago. Okay, so our platform, when you become a member with us and you onboard as a member, you will see that on our website. You see on the top right hand corner, you can see your name. This is basically an a la carte system where you have access to our flights, our hotels, car rentals, activities. Of course, flights, you have access to our budget air as well as our commercial air. From hotels, you have from our 1-star hotel to our 7-star hotels and whatnot. But what's so special about our platform that makes us the award-winning search engine in 2010? Now, we have two features to our platform. The first is called the Rovia Price Pledge. And what that means is that if you find the same deal for less on the same day, we'll give you 150% of the difference back in Rovia bucks. So meaning to say that if you were to search for an airline ticket here, let's say at $500, let's say from Singapore to Hong Kong on Jetstar, it's $500. And if you can find it elsewhere for $100 cheaper, the difference is $100 multiplied by 150%, and that's returned back to you in Rovia bucks. Now, what exactly are Rovia bucks? It basically is as good as cash. You can use it for your next airline ticket, for your next hotel, and basically it's transferable. So basically, if you can't finish your Rovia bucks, you can probably just pass it over to your friend, and we have a community out there that definitely, you can transfer this to as well. Of course, these are some examples of people, of our members getting back their money. You can see $1,000 in Rovia bucks, $36 in Rovia bucks, even $5,000 in Rovia bucks. Now, basically, our a la carte system allows not just you to benefit from this. When you buy airline tickets, of course, you as a member, you can actually buy tickets for your family and your friends as well. So, of course, all these benefits will also be bestowed upon them as well. Okay. So these are some examples from my team. Of course, left-hand corner, top left-hand corner, that's Angel. She basically price pledged Jetstar. She managed to get about $119 back. On the bottom left, that's Jason. He got money back as well for buying his airline ticket from KL to Amsterdam on Emirates. Now, the second feature that we give you is called Rate Shrinker. Because of the travel license that we have the ability to basically cancel airline tickets or hotels at lower costs. Compared to us as clients or customers canceling our tickets. So what this means that if you can find a low price until the day you fly, so from the day you buy your airline ticket until the day you fly, if the price ever drops, the company is just going to reimburse money back into your account. And this basically can go back into your credit card. So you can see that there's an example of $648 going back for Maldives hotel booking, $9, and even $16,000 money coming back, which is pretty amazing. I mean, this is, just imagine when you buy your airline ticket on Expedia or Singapore Air, most people don't want to look at the website anymore. The reason why is because they don't want to see the airline ticket price drop. Right? If it drops, they're going to get very angry. But now we are protected by this feature called Rate Shrinker, which basically protects us from any price drops. Now, our company, World Ventures, you can see that we have winning multiple awards. If you have ever heard of Changi Airport winning that #1 airport in the world, basically they were ranked by this agency called the World Travel Awards. Now in 2012, we won the world's leading travel booking site. And in 2015, we became the best travel club in almost every continent in the world. Pretty amazing, right? Now, I finished sharing with you the first product, which is the a la carte system. Now, the second product are our dream trips. So what exactly are dream trips? I call dream trips the best of both worlds. Basically, it's smack right in between what travel agent tour groups can give you and what Free and Easy can do for you. The reason why I say that is because when you book your travel as a Free and Easy, you have lots of stress, you would have lots of hassles, but the pricing is always better. Now, if you buy from travel agent, you will have the convenience of everything already curated for you, created for you, but the pricing is always more expensive. Now, we have a way where we can get our 4 to 5 star standard holidays at 2 to 3 star prices, okay? So basically, when you become a member, you have a platform as well that allows you to search for our dream trips. Now, I'm going to share with you a few dream trips, okay? So this one is to Da Nang, Vietnam, 5 days, 4 nights at the 5-star hotel Fusion Maya. It's a TripAdvisor rated 1 hotel. 4 breakfasts, 1 lunch, 2 dinners, a full day tour, heritage site, and minimum of 2 spa per day. Now, when I saw this for the first time, I was like, minimum of 2 spa? I mean, this is like logically what it means is unlimited, right? So I thought it was a typo. But when my friend brought his wife for this, it was really unlimited. My friend's wife did 9 hours of massage per day. She rubbed until her body was really, really clean. I don't understand how somebody could massage for 9 hours, but she did it anyway. And for 2 people, that's only $1,000, and where you can subtract 200 points. Now, I'll share more of you on how do you exactly accumulate these points later on. But what it means is that the member can subtract this $200, means that it's only $800 only for 2 people. I'll show you another example. Okay, this is Dubai. So this is the Atlantis in Dubai. It's basically an award-winning hotel, 5 days, 4 nights, Atlantis, featuring a deluxe room accommodation, 4 breakfasts, 1 lunch, 2 dinners, a desert safari, driving like a dune buggy through the desert, a Dubai city tour, and as well as unlimited free access to the water park. And this also includes your private airport transfer. So of course, there are 2 levels of membership, but of course, platinum membership will always give you something extra. And you would think that this would cost a lot because this hotel is actually very expensive. If I last checked, it would be almost $1,000 a night. Now, this is basically $2,000 for 2 people where you can subtract 500 points, that means that it's only 1,005. That's for 1,005 for 4 nights. And if you can do the math, it's actually very, very cheap. Okay, so Santorini. Now, this is the reason why I joined World Ventures. So basically, as you can see here, it's 4 days, 3 nights, sea view accommodation, 3 breakfasts, 1 3-course lunch, and basically an excursion. And basically, they give you $35 for spa. And you would think this would be expensive, but actually, it's only $438 for 2 people, where you can minus $120. That's only about $300 for 2 people for 3 nights. Amazing, isn't it? So basically, my wife and I, we headed over to Santorini. I brought my photographer, my makeup artist along. They actually went as non-members. So for dream trips, right, us as members, we can bring 3 to 5 non-members along with us. Basically, we can only book a maximum of 2 bedrooms, which is pretty much the same reason why my father, mother, sister, and my wife all each have a membership. But I mean, I'll talk about that later. So anyway, my photographer and my makeup artist went there as non-members, and they actually came back as members because they saw that it was really much cheaper than booking it elsewhere. Now, I've gone on multiple trips as well. I've used this platform to go to Taiwan, where we stayed at the W Hotel. I even celebrated one of our anniversaries over there. And I've also been to Iceland, Reykjavik. So this is the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis, very beautiful. So I brought my mom and sister there as well. And of course, we have trips all around the world, and all basically dream trips around the world. There are different themes as well. There are themes which are on basically culture. There are themes that are on health and wellness. That's where they give you your spa. There's also trips on theme parks, and then there's also trips on football, sports. So we have F1 dream trips, football dream trips, and even golfing dream trips. So this in particular was a Manchester United dream trip. Now, of course, we have dream trips for Liverpool and Arsenal as well. You know, you guys are not left out. You know, we have one for basically almost all the big EPL clubs out there. And of course, this dream trip also included like a VIP session with the football players. You know, this is something that money can't even buy. Now, to me, dream trips is not just a hotel. Dream trips are basically an experience that, you know, usually you can't get with money. Now, of course, they do things like where they bring you out to visit the VIP, the football players and whatnot. So over the past 10 years, right, we have actually been growing. You see, in 2006, we only had 15 dream trips. But this year, we have over 11,000 dream trips. We know that as we are improving, we're actually getting more dream trips as well. But later on, when I share with you the business platform, you'll understand that as dream trips increase, pricing for our own trips can only decrease because of bulk purchasing. But I will share with you a little later. Now, for dream trips, now if you thought that the prices were cheap, our company features a price promise, which is a trip guarantee. And basically, if you can find the same dream trip for less within 7 days, we'll give you a 100% refund and let you go for free. I mean, this is basically a way where the company is telling you, they're guaranteeing you that your trip is the cheapest in the market. Okay, so how much exactly does a dream trip membership cost? Now, when I first heard about this before joining, when my uncle shared with me Santorini, he said I could actually save $5,000, about $5,000 for 4 people. I was expecting the membership to cost a few $1,000s, but no, exactly. When you see before you, it's actually only $300 down. That's a one-time activation fee, and you have a monthly payment of $99. Now, you have to understand that whatever you pay as a member, you also get it back in dream trip points, which you can use right away. So when you become a member for $300, you get 300 points, which you can use immediately on your next dream trip. Now, every month when you pay that $99, you actually accumulate 99 or 100 points every single month for 12 months, which gives you a total of 1,200 dream trip points, which you can use after 1 year. Now, this is pretty amazing because, you know, we are already getting savings from the dream trip, but the company is actually helping us by giving us points as well, where we can use. Now, we have a promotion right now where it's called the Flash 50. So instead of getting 300 points, and this will only last until the end of August. So instead of only getting 300 points when you first sign up on your initial fee, you will be getting an extra 1.5 or 150% more, which means that you'll get a total of 450 points upon signing up. So basically, our platform is basically online. We have our app system as well. It's of course available on your Google Play and App Store. And one thing that really touched my heart when I joined World Ventures as well, of course, we are linked with over 50 nonprofit organizations, and every member who joins our platform also contributes to this cause, this really, really good cause called the World Ventures Foundation. Now, what we do is basically we arrange volunteering where you can actually go to third world countries around Asia, around Europe, even in the States, where you can basically serve, right? Because, what they always say is that when you are very wealthy, but you're not really truly wealthy until you can give back and contribute to the society. So basically, when you go onto our platform, you will basically be able to go on these volunteers as well and impact millions of lives. So basically, what if you could see the world? You know, bring your family, because we know that you as a member, you can bring your family and your friends as well, and get paid to do it. Now, how is it possible that we can get paid for doing something amazing like that? Now, a lot of you don't really realize that you're actually already doing the business even before hearing our platform. The reason why I say that is because when we go on holiday, what we do is we basically share our experiences on Facebook, on Instagram, and we tell our friends about it. But the thing is, if we can be talking, for example, about this resort in Bali, like the Mulia, for example, but Mulia is not going to pay us, right? So what if there is a way where you could do exactly what you're doing, but get paid to do it? Now, we have a business that is basically attached to this membership. The business basically costs $100 and $20 a month. So if you couple that with our membership, which is one time $300 and $100 a month, you would only be paying a total of $520 USD and $120 a month. So with this business, and of course, and one thing that I want to share, and I forgot to share, is that when you do this business and while you're paying this monthly fee, right? The one good thing about it is that, what if there was a way to stop paying that monthly fee? Now, of course, I'll share that with you in the next couple of slides. But doing this business basically requires no office, no employees, no extra utilities, no quota, and you can basically do it part-time, spare time, full-time. So for myself, I'm actually doing it part-time. As what Millie mentioned, I'm actually working full-time in a bank here in Singapore for the past 9 years. But yes, you can do it part-time. I mean, you can do it in your spare time as well. You can do it full-time if you wish. But basically, ultimately, why do everybody want to do this full-time? Because they want more time. You see, there's definitely no time like the present, and there's definitely no present like time. This potentially could give you time freedom in the future, and this time freedom in the future could give you back, time that you had lost, which you want to give back to your children. So before I tell you how exactly the business works and how exactly you earn money from this, I want to share with you first how our company earns money. Okay. So we are very similar to, if you look at a bank, how does a bank earn money? Basically, when people deposit money into the bank, that's actually not the money earned by the bank. It's actually the liquidity to the bank, for the bank to do business, right? So for us, when we basically have memberships enrolling, this creates the liquidity for our company. When you have high liquidity, it allows our company to basically bulk purchase from our hotels, resorts, and cruise lines. Because if you can buy, let's say, for example, if I buy one iPhone versus 100,000 iPhones, I'm always definitely going to get the 100,000 iPhones cheaper per iPhone. And basically, they can negotiate the savings back to us. Now, I always like to use the example of Ferrari and Toyota. Why is it that a Ferrari costs 10 times more expensive than Toyota, but Toyota earns 10 times more money than Ferrari? The reason why is because Toyota sells cars a lot faster. So that's called high volume sales. So we have extreme high volume sales. I mean, when you compare us with travel agents, I mean, basically our sales skyrocket. That's basically how we can really generate a huge business, right? So of course, when you go on travel, you share with your friends join, you get a small referral fee. Now, the thing is, our company doesn't spend a single cent on advertising. Everything is on word of mouth direct sales, okay? So when you do the business and you refer this to your friend or your family or someone, you will get this direct commission of 200 points one time and 50 USD in cash. Okay. When you refer 4 people, and this is really, really amazing. When I saw this, I actually didn't even think that it was painful to pay the monthly fee because the benefits were already so good. But basically, the company is telling you that if you refer 4 members, and there is no time limit to find these 4 members, you no longer have to pay your monthly fee. Just imagine that if you are if you open a coffee shop and you sell 4 cups of coffee, you no longer have to pay your rent. Impossible, right? But whereas you can get it here. Once you have your 4, there's no time limit to get this. You don't have to get it in your first month. You don't have to get it in your first year. There's no time limit to find this 4. Now, of course, as you get promoted, you will get, we will basically give you there will be recognition as well. You'll also be given like a small little award as well. So these are some members from our team that got their 4 really, really fast. Okay, so if you can refer 6 people in 28 days, and this is not 28 days from the day you sign up. This is 28 days from the day you bring in your first person. Okay, if you can get this within 6 days, you would make a total of 750 USD in cash, as well as 1,200, which definitely makes your business profitable. You have a risk-free business and a free membership. Pretty amazing, right? So, but of course, this business is for you, but not done by yourself. So what happens when you have your 6? Now, basically, whereas you're doing the business, once you have your 6 people, that's where we have a team, and we want to work with our team to grow them bigger, definitely, right? So we have this thing called the team cycle bonus, which means that every time you have 3 to the left and 3 to the right, and these are people that are not brought in directly by yourself. It could be brought in by your team members, or basically the members above you. Remember, we are a team, a business for you, but not done by yourself. So every time when you have 3 to the left and 3 to the right, you're going to make $100. If another 3 to the left and another 3 to the right, another $100. And this goes on and goes on and goes on all the way until infinity, right? So, of course, when it grows to 15 platinums to the left team and 15 platinums to the right team, you will be promoted to this rank where it starts giving you residual income. Meaning to say that once you reach that rank, every single month you'll be getting paid passive income, which is pretty nice. Now, how much can you potentially get when you're first starting out? Well, it's about 500 USD. What I usually share with my friends here in Singapore is that, how exactly can you get a passive income of 500 USD? Of course, there's one way where you can buy a $1 million condo, could maybe give you $500. A $1 million condo requires you to down payment $200,000, borrow $800,000 from the bank, pay back the bank at $3,000 per month, and rent it out at 3.5K per month. Now, there goes your 500 passive income. But the thing is, this $500, if you think about it, doesn't really belong to you. Why? Because you're exposed to interest rate risk, tenancy risk, and market risk. And let's say, for example, you have to renovate the house every single 2 years. This $500 doesn't really belong to you. So to get $500 of passive income by buying a $1 million condo is not easy. And not everybody has $200,000 just sitting in their bank account. Now, when you look at our business, getting 15 platinums left and 15 platinums right is not that difficult. I mean, for myself, I did it in about 1 month. So I'm sure many people can do it really quick if they put their effort and their heart into doing this. Okay, so how much can you potentially earn in a year? Of course, we talk about the highest rank where you can earn up to 1.9 million USD in cash and travel dollars per year. Of course, up to $1,500 per month on your car bonuses, as well as $3,000 per month on your house bonuses. So the question is, can I do it? I mean, we know basically there are 3 questions when we always ask ourselves when we see this. I even asked these 3 questions myself when I first saw this. Number 1, is it real? Are these trips real? Number 2, is there a support system to grow this? And number 3, can I do it? Of course, many people don't know whether they can do it from the beginning because nobody has experience in the travel agent. You see, I studied financial engineering. I have no travel experience, but I'm still able to do this. Now, the reason why is because we have a really strong team support structure in place where when you first start doing this, you don't have to do the work yourself. Now, of course, when you can actually go back to your friend who shared this with you to share more about how do you do the invitation, but of course that I will leave with your friend to share with you. Now, we have many stories. Now, of course, I want to share with you many testimonials on board. We have Apple and Dr. Lee. They used to be basically full-time. Apple used to be a full-time accountant, and Dr. Lee used to be a medical doctor, and they were basically completely time broke, constantly earning good money, but constantly no time. They realized basically they needed to change their lives, and they saw World Ventures, despite not having any prior experience and having very little spare time. they jumped on board, and in 2+ years, they were able to retire from their jobs and become full-time vacationists. I mean, amazing, right? I mean, how wonderful is it to be able to get paid exactly what your own job is paying you, but given the time to travel the world and spend time with your loved ones? I'll give you another example. This is Karen and Joseph, and they basically used to be very busy with their corporate job, but they always wanted to spend more time with their children. So of course they were introduced to this wonderful platform by Eugene, and they didn't really know how it worked, but they trusted Eugene and joined on the spot, right? So within 1 month of joining, they followed the system and put effort into it, basically, and they started earning a residual income. Remember that 500 USD I was talking to you about? And within 4 months, they were able to quit their job, 5-figure per month income, and to spend more time with their children. Amazing. Of course, this is Sachin. Sachin is basically from South Africa, and he was only 18 years old when he saw World Ventures. He had no prior experience, business experience, or networking experience. And because of his young age, nobody really believed him. But he knew that this concept could work. And he attended all the trainings, and he plugged himself into the system. And definitely within 3 years, at age 21, he was able to reach the top rank in World Ventures. Now, besides travel, I also want to share with you something really fun. Now, basically, we are linked with this thing called Dream Trips Local. So besides just traveling, we have activities and events all around the world in all 28 countries that we're open in. This was actually a cooking class that we did at Singapore, Chimes, Coriander Leaf. So you can see on the left-hand corner, that's myself and Dr. Wu, who is actually one of the key leaders in our business here. And we basically did a cooking class where we learned how to cook a 5-course meal. And seriously, Dr. Wu and I almost burned down the kitchen. So of course we have activities with restaurant takeovers at Dancing Crab, Knox, Dining in the Dark, and we are also linked with multiple businesses also. And this is not just restaurants, it's restaurants for now, but it's going to be with vendors like spas, car rental companies in the future. But what this means is that when you eat at restaurants like Peach Garden, Tongla, Dancing Crab, if you see that little blue logo there where it says earn Dream Trip points, and of course this is all accessible from our app, you can get about 20% Dream Trip points back into your account by eating there. So if you spend about $100 at Dancing Crab, you're going to get $20 back into your account. That's pretty cool, right? I mean, we have a slogan right now which is basically eat, earn, travel, repeat. That's pretty cool. Now, some credibility about our company, right? If you know the Direct Selling News Top 100, now this basically ranks all the top direct selling companies around the world. And if you look at right at the bottom, you can see that World Ventures is number 32. Now, I know we're not number 1 yet, but 32 is actually a pretty big deal because we are only 10 years old, and the top 10 companies are way above 50 or 40 to 50 years old. Now, the thing is, we are the only travel company in this top 100. Every other company in this top 100 are either doing lotions, potions, or pills. So we have no competition. I mean, number 2 is so far away, we can't even see them. Okay, so when you look into our company's revenue, we have really been doubling our revenue on a year-on-year basis. We are even expected to cross the 1 billion mark this year. Of course, you look into places like Yahoo Finance, Bloomberg, Reuters, even the Singapore Airlines website. You can see credible things about our company. This is the Inc. 5000, and you can see that they have also ranked us as well, with over 693 million in 2015 alone. Now, why is it so exciting right now? If you look into all the countries that we're currently open in, you can see that we are open in 28 over countries. But where exactly is our focus? Now, most of us are in Asia. We only have Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and Taiwan that are open right now. And we have over 650,000 members that are already started. Now, if you look into Singapore, we are about a 5-hour plane ride to almost 2/3 of the world's population. And one thing that I'm really excited about, especially from the business point of view, is that in the next 5 years, this could potentially happen. Now, World Ventures is basically dedicated into opening up in every single country in the world. But the thing is, they can't do it at the same time because it requires lots of logistics, legal requirements, and whatnot, but they are doing so. And there's about a 4.5 billion population in this whole region of the world. And I'm sure that at least 1% would like to travel. Back in 2011, we only had 800 members here in Singapore, but you can see that we have grown really, really, really big. Today, we have over 650,000 members in Asia alone. Now, there's one thing about this business that I want to share with you. And if you look in front of you, you can see that what is the common thing that we have in all these businesses. Now, Facebook, Alibaba, Airbnb, and Uber, and us, we are all service providers, meaning to say that we don't produce any physical product. And let me tell you that from a business standpoint, why I think this is really, really powerful. Now, just imagine I'm a product-based company selling face wash. As I have more members joining the company, I would have to have more factories creating more products. As I have more factories, I would have to hire more staff working there. I would have to pay up more salaries, and I would have to basically increase my overheads to work with the increase in the member. So when you look into most product-based companies, as the member base goes really, really big, the price of the products actually do increase because of this bottleneck issue that they face. But let's look at travel, okay? So for us, we don't have any physical product. This year alone, we have about 11,000 dream trips. Next year, we're expected to have about 25,000, and the year after, 50,000. And if you think about it, right, for us to have from 11,000 dream trips to 25,000 dream trips, all we have to do basically is to tell the hotel that we want 100 rooms 10 times a year instead of 5 times a year. All we did was one phone call and this basically planned it out. And you also think about it, as our members increase, meaning to say that we can have more holidays, correct? As we have more holidays, we are bulk purchasing even more, which means that we can decrease the price of holidays even more. So the more members that we have, the cheaper our holidays become. Whereas if we are product-based, the more members they have, the more expensive the products will become. So that is, to me, quite powerful. So really, thank you all for your time to listen in today. Please go back to your friend or your friend who brought you in and tell them, that, hey, you really love this platform. You want to travel the world. You want to do the business, and just tell them A. Of course, if you want to tell them B, basically you like this platform, but you still have a couple of questions, please go back to your friend who invited you on this platform. And of course, C, yes, you just want to join the travel club. You don't have to do the business. It's really, really awesome. And definitely thank you everyone for your time in listening. And just hope to see you guys all in the beaches of the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Darryl, and thank you, everybody. I know tonight there are lots and lots of people logging in from all around the world, from Australia, from Singapore, from Malaysia. Yeah, you should be here from Hong Kong. So thank you once again. I hope you have fun learning a little bit about how you can travel the world with better prices, create those lasting memories, give back and do charity and do volunteers, and also learn something about a plan B. Potentially, you could build this business from your laptop and from your phone, from the comfort of your own home. We do webinars like this all the time. Tonight was Darryl. Next Tuesday, we have Dr. Wu talking on the webinar, and Wednesday night, it'll be myself. So we look forward to seeing you on the beaches of the world. Do get back to the friend who invited you tonight and let them know you're A, B, or C and get you started. So we'll see you on the beaches of the world. Thank you once again, Darryl, and have a great night. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Bye. Good night.
Bye.
This is a movement going all around the world, together united.
We're having fun, we love each other, we're growing, and we're changing.